Well, a very, very good morning to you. As MC, Melissa Abraham with Spirit Australia, I always chat to our presenters before they come up, mostly to see how they'd like to be introduced. Well, we've just had a great big giggle. I'm naturally high energy. And our next presenter, Shantari, informs me that she is grounded and calm, but she also used to work as a DJ. And so we've just had the biggest giggle about duality and how both things can be true. So with my great energy, I would like to introduce with great pleasure the very grounded Shantari. Make her welcome, please. Enjoy. High five.
Is that mine? I'm on. Oh, that's right. Hello, everybody. Oh, this is a bit daunting. Hi. Hi. So, welcome. Hi. It's lovely to see some of my beautiful students here. Thank you for your support, guys. My name is Shantari, and I am here to share with you what is called the 6 pillars of transformation. And this has come from 30 years experience of crisis, existential crisis, to a spiritual emergence and a spiritual awakening. And so over the last 30 years, I've been able to put together what is called the 6 pillars of transformation that is here to actually help am I right here, guys? I'm just checking the lines. Sorry. So I'm here to actually, share with you the 6 pillars that actually can support you to be able to effortlessly and comfortably find a pathway of your own, just with some ideas to help you understand. It's not the pathway of spiritual enlightenment or awakening isn't just about just being a psychic or just being a healer. It's actually an integral approach. So your spiritual awakening, your spiritual transformation is an integral approach. And that's very exciting because we have a lifetime to be able to jump into all of the amazing, beautiful opportunities that we have here, from science to psychics. So it's really lovely that you get a good taste of everything that's here for your spiritual awakening. So I specialise in meditation as is a very, very big pillar of spiritual awakening for all of those of you who are what would ask your first question. What is the probably the best thing to start my pathway off? And I will definitely recommend that meditation is one of the greatest pillars for you to start with. So the pathway is meditation, and the goal is for freedom, spiritual freedom. So that freedom from suffering, freedom from the challenges and the chaos of our lives. And so meditation is the pathway, and the goal is freedom from suffering. So the awakening process consists of 6 pillars that support participants on a spiritual journey and to achieve deep, abiding peace and transformation. Our programs are designed to powerfully shift your worldview and to uplift your approach to life by utilising the principles and practices of integral and evolutionary psychology, scientific theory, meditation, and other spiritual practices. These pillars are the pathways to access divinity. The pillars are grounded in spiritual philosophy, the practice to commit to self-inquiry in form of soul psychotherapy, and devotion in the form of praise and singing and dancing and celebration. So awakening to higher consciousness stands as the paramount achievement of human lifetime on earth. No material wealth or personal accomplishments can rival its significance. This awakening not only elevates our existence, but also serves as a transformative beacon for all of humanity as carriers of light and higher consciousness, and we contribute to the collective evolution. So this is my existential crisis. Began 30 years ago. I lost my daughter when she was a day old. She was born very healthy, and within 24 hours she got pneumonia and her lungs collapsed, and I lost her 24 hours later. So from there, of course, I was 30, so I was at that time an atheist. I was just there I was a mum and I was still just living an ordinary life in the country. So it was a very big shock to my system. Yet it was has got me to where I am today. So this is my legacy also to my daughter, Taylor, who passed 32 years ago. So I just invite you all now to bring your hands to your heart, one hand to your heart and maybe one hand to your belly, your left hand to your heart, your right hand on your solar plexus or your belly. You can hear the music that's playing that was here as the introduction when you came in. And you'll hear that there's a beautiful breathing. So just bring your attention to your breath. And this is a beautiful mantra by a dear friend of mine and colleague, Oriana Lightning, and together we've actually come through with channeled activations from pilgrimages to Israel. And this is Om Namaha Shanti Christo. And as we breathe into our hearts, so I'm just asking you to drop your attention down from the stream of your mind, down into the heart. And as you breathe in, just feel your heart expanding and growing, expanding and filling your body with the breath. The breath is the carriage of the soul. The soul is spirit. Spirit is light. Light is God. God is love. So we are breathing in that light, imagining that there is a downpouring of light from the sun, a sunbeam from the sun, drawing it down and breathing it into your heart and expanding and extending that breath of light, the breath of love, filling your body, touching all parts of your body, all organs, muscles, cells of your body. Just filling from your heart space. You may have heard from other speakers that when we bring our attention with our mind and our heart, that we're bringing in the coherence, heart coherence, the presence of love, the presence of divinity, however that be for you. Breathing into your heart, receiving the downpouring of light. The breath is the carriage of the soul. The soul, through your very first breath that was brought onto this earth plane, when your soul chose from its soul contract to be birthed upon this earth, through the breath, the body is the vehicle, but the breath is the carriage of the soul. So when you're breathing, at all times, remember the breath is the divine itself. It is love itself breathing you. I'm just saying inwardly, my breath is the carriage of my soul. My soul is spirit. Spirit is light. Light is primordial being, God, source. And that source, that primordial being, is love. I breathe the breath of love, and the breath of love breathes me. And extending and expanding that breath now beyond the body, filling this room, filling this space, filling the whole of the Hordern Pavilion, extending, expanding that light from the heart space. And even beyond the space of Sydney, the city of Sydney, we're wrapping that light and that love around the earth and keeping our awareness, expanding even further into the cosmos, as far as you can go, the awareness, until the earth becomes a tiny little blue ball in the distance and the sun is a pinprick of light. And our awareness continues to expand further and further and further into the primordial consciousness, cosmic consciousness. Further and further, we're moving back through the eye of the needle, 14 billion years. We go back into the point of light, to the very first point of light, where all of creation began, the Big Bang. And further still, through the light, out to the other side of the light, into the ground of being, into the void, the darkness, the blackness, the richness, the emptiness, the formlessness, the weightlessness, boundless field of primordial intelligence, where all possibilities and all potential begins. And it's from this place where we all create and manifest ourselves and bring forth the same power and magnificence and extraordinary, amazing light and the presence of that light in form upon this earth, so that we are all here to be the voice for that love, to make love visible, through our presence, through our own being, and to broadcast that love for all of the humanity, reminding ourselves, this is who I am. This is who I am. Taking one nice deep breath and just really receiving that, opening to that. Saying yes to that power, that light, that love. Om Namaha Shanti Christo. So I'm inviting you all back again, back to your body, opening your eyes. So the Sacred Heart, when we bring our attention to our hearts, we're bringing our attention and remembering that source of divinity within ourselves. We're saying to our own hearts, I love you. So when you go home today, when you go to bed tonight, like bring your hand to your heart and say to your heart, I love you. Silently I'm saying, I love you to your thoughts, to your reactions, to your pain. I love you to your feelings, your physical discomfort. I love you, I love you, I love you. To your inner self, your soul, your little inner child. We're here for that love. And if you feel stupid saying, I love you, then love that, the part of you that feels stupid and uncomfortable. I can love that. Love the thought that I can't. Just love what arises. So again, heart and brain coherence. The heart and brain coherence is a state where the heart and brain synchronize their rhythms, leading to enhanced emotional regulation, mental clarity, and overall well-being. Research suggests that when the heart enters a coherent state, often through positive emotions like gratitude and compassion, it sends harmonious signals to the brain, improving cognitive function and reducing stress. So our true nature, being love, light, our true nature, the essence of our beingness, formlessness, it is love that wants to love. And when we're connected to this part of the self, we're more capable of forgiveness and love and compassion. So the humanness, which is the becoming, the birthing into object, into form from our body-mind, wants to condemn and judge in order to stay in control and stay safe because we see ourselves as separate from Source. We worry about everything from our past and we project the problems into the future. So the only time we can be with or at peace is in the present moment, in now, in that moment when you can bring your attention, turn your attention inward to your heart space. So going inward allows the inner wisdom to raise as clarity. So meditation is listening to spirit, and prayer and chanting is coming into alignment with spirit, speaking with the voice of Source that speaks through us. Alignment is another word for prayer. So when we pray, it's not about praying to God outside of the self. To pray in the Aramaic language is called shalu. And in the Aramaic teachings of Christ consciousness, in which I share from, the alignment is the prayer, is the shalu. So simply turning our attention inward and just moving into breath, that's prayer. It's not about, dear God, please make this happen. Your prayer is just turning your attention to your heart and speaking to your heart. So the 6 pillars of spiritual transformation. Number 1 is timeless wisdom. One of the things that I found along my pathway, I did healing modalities, and psychic development are all part of it. But the very first pillar that I found was most important was timeless wisdom. So timeless wisdom is the study of ancient wisdom and spiritual philosophy, which is essential for spiritual enlightenment because it provides a timeless foundation for understanding the nature of reality, consciousness, and the soul's journey. These teachings act as guiding principles, helping individuals transcend illusions and align with higher states of awareness. The pathway of soul mastery is a spiritual teaching and a practice that guides individuals towards personal transformation and spiritual awakening. It emphasises the teachings of love, forgiveness, and self-awareness as key tools for overcoming fear and experiencing inner peace. The pathway of soul mastery teaches that we're all connected to a higher consciousness, which is referred to as God or the divine. By connecting to this consciousness through mindfulness and meditation, we can tap into its limitless power and wisdom to transform our lives. And again, once again, I'd like to thank students that are here from the pathway of soul mastery in support. Yeah, hi, up the back. So pillar 1, the pathway of soul mastery, an evolutionary pathway of enlightenment. The practice involves studying and contemplating the teachings as well as applying them into our daily lives through prayer, meditation, and mindful living. Through this process, we can release old patterns, fears, and limitations and align with our true purpose and potential. The ultimate goal of the pathway of soul mastery is to guide individuals towards a state of inner peace, joy, and love. It is the path towards awakening to our true selves and living as a life of purpose, service, and fulfillment. A modern integration of timeless wisdom, spiritual wisdom, uniting the ancient mystical traditions of East and West into a cohesive pathway of self-realisation, transcendence, a study program of spiritual psychotherapy, soul psychology, and collective awakening. The pathway is profound, in-depth. It is an in-depth roadmap to support any soul from the first inkling of awakening all the way through to knowing their most essential self. The pathway of soul mastery is an inclusive pathway of depth, clarity, and wisdom designed to unfold and any soul truly desiring to awaken into the lived reality of profound peace and joy. It offers a profound, in-depth roadmap to support the soul from the first inkling, I've already said that, into Christ consciousness, which is the pathway of the heart. So there's other ancient wisdom teachings, of course. There's Vedic and yogic wisdom from India, Taoism from China, Buddhist teachings, India, Tibet, Eastern Asia, Christ consciousness and mystical Christianity, Hermetism and Egyptian mysticism, indigenous and shamanic wisdom. So ancient wisdom teaching is really super important as a pillar for your spiritual awakening. Pillar 2, meditation. So here I have a pathway that was channeled through me from a pilgrimage in Israel, and it's called the Inana System. So the Inana System is a meditation. Again, Inana means Ina. It is Aramaic, which means I am. So the phrase I am carries profound spiritual significance across various traditions. At its core, it represents pure existence, divine identity, and self-realisation. So Inana, inner nurturing awakens natural alignment. And alignment, again, is prayer. So the journey within. Why engage in this work? The richness of life is deeply intertwined with the quality of our emotions. Just as nourishing the body through mindful eating and movement enhances well-being, cultivating an inward self-care practice is essential for elevating a daily life. Unfortunately, many only turn to this work when discomfort becomes unbearable, yet transformation is always within reach. Embracing this path with love and dedication can profoundly uplift and reshape your life. Pillar 2, meditation, inner stillness and presence, dissolving ego and the illusions and activating higher states of consciousness. This is what meditation is as your pathway. Your goal, remembering, your goal is freedom. Freedom from all suffering. So we have emotional and energetic alignment, expansion of compassion and love, and collective awakening and sacred surface. So if you're not meditating yet, I highly recommend that meditation is something that you actually participate in. So meditation examples are transcendental meditation, mantra meditation, restful awareness techniques, silent sitting practice, sound-based meditation, and mindfulness. The Inana System is a multidimensional, transcendental and integral meditation practice and a gateway to the depths of silent consciousness, harmonising ancient wisdom with modern transformation. Through I Am Presence, primordial meditation, you attune to the primordial resonance of creation, dissolving the veils of illusion and embodying the peace that has always existed beyond thought. So again, I'm just giving you a very quick example of what we have here as what I'm here to offer to you as well. I'm on stall F11, and we can discuss this more after if anyone would like to come and talk more about the ancient wisdom teachings or the meditation practice. The I Am Presence primordial meditation. I Am Presence primordial meditation is a profound gateway into the stillness and spaciousness of samadhi. Rooted in absolute love consciousness, it gently unravels the nervous system and guides the practitioner into deep surrender, where the ego dissolves and the soul awakens to its true nature. This transcendental practice doesn't just aim for temporary peace, it initiates a rebirth into the heart of divine being. This is about embodiment, living embodiment of the awakened consciousness. Through its multidimensional approach, it bridges human, cosmic, soul, light and unity consciousness, allowing one to rest in the eternal silence in which all of creation arises. The result is a direct experience of spiritual wholeness, joy and luminous presence of the I Am. So the levels of the Inana System work on the physical level, the cosmic level, the soul level, and the unified consciousness. So levels 4 and 5, we move into unified field of the fifth dimension, where there is no thing, no one, nowhere, no time, where we become one with the creative principle, like we did in the opening meditation, or in the heart opening meditation. So the Inana System postures, words and feelings meanings are simple pointers that direct attention to the heart of the divine and in time dissolve back into the infinite source of no thing, the ground of being, resulting in freedom from human suffering. So in this whole process of the Inana System, I went to have a neurofeedback analysis, and through the neurofeedback analysis, my brain waves went into the state of gamma, which is the state in which for many years they've been measuring the Buddhist monks meditating for hours and hours and hours, and the brainwave moving into Gamma. So the Inana system actually takes your mind state into the Gamma brain waves within 10-15 minutes when practiced with intention. So in one single practice of the Inana system, all states of higher consciousness are reached. Therefore, it is unquestionably an outstanding evolutionary practice for the conscious awakening of modern world. And this is being given by the neurofeedback therapist. So pillar 3 is self-inquiry. Self-inquiry, love's breath, breath work, shadow work, self-inquiry, trauma work. So the trauma healing, this is again very, very imperative to part of your pathway of spiritual awakening. Radical self-inquiry, love's breath and soul mentoring, explore and heal with your psyche, soul blockages and trauma with the help of a mentor who can support you and your journey through transcendental soul-centered psychotherapy and love's breath. Love's breath is not a forced breath. It is as simple as the breath that, again, in the heart meditation that we did, receiving love's breath, receiving the breath of the light of the divine, the primordial being, that alone in itself is enough to actually transcend and to heal so much of your own body. So although you've probably seen or you will see any other breathwork speakers here, which I highly recommend, but what's happening is they're actually just breathing deeper. They're breathing deeper love. They're breathing deeper healing, presence and spirit into their bodies. And when that breath is actually, because the breath is the carriage of the soul, it makes sense that when you're doing breath work and deep breath work, that you're actually drawing in and inviting in more of the soul into your body. So there's why the breath work is actually working for healing so many people and unlocking any blockages and any trauma. Well, all we need to do is to make the unconscious conscious, and it will be transformed. And breath work helps us make the unconscious conscious. Love's breath is a fundamental practice, again, of the pathway of soul mastery, and it's integrated with radical inquiry to bring it around a profound and rapid transformation. This practice retrains the body to breathe more freely, allowing its natural energy streams to become unblocked and integrated. Love's breath offers a pathway to growth, freedom, awakening and illumination. It is a powerful tool that can help you connect with your inner self and experience a deeper sense of peace and well-being. Pillar 3. So your pillar 3 is healing modalities that encompass a wide range of practices that restore balance across the physical, emotional, mental and spiritual levels. So the examples of the pillars 3 is love's breath, breath as spirit and consciousness, breath as light and divinity, which activates higher states of consciousness, vibrational healing, rhythms, activating higher states through the breathwork practices, activating and stimulating the pineal gland. How and why breath heals: emotional release, conscious breathing purges stored trauma, allowing suppressed emotions to surface and integrate. The nervous system regulation. Breathwork shifts individuals from fight and flight into deep relaxation, restoring balance. Energetic purification. Each exhale releases toxins and stagnant energy, creating space for renewal and vitality. Breath is the purest form of healing, guiding individuals into presence, transcendence, and divine embodiment. As I said, it doesn't have to be cathartic breath work. It can be the simple, what I call here, love's breath, and it can do the same depth and the same level of healing can take place through love's breath, a simple and gentle opening and receiving the breath with the intention of understanding that the breath is the carriage of the soul, then all things can also be transformed. Self-inquiry, transpersonal therapy, and trauma recovering. Life is full of losses and it is filled with beauty. When you are battered, sometimes it feels hard to carry on. An existential crisis is a moment at which an individual questions the very foundations of their life. Whether this life has any meaning, purpose or value. As the armour around our hearts begin to fall off due to painful events, some people begin their journey of awareness. This is one of life's greatest beauties, despite the pain. To those who awaken their souls and hearts, you are a true spiritual warrior. Again, as I mentioned, it was the loss of my daughter. That was my existential crisis that opened up to where I am today. So although it was the worst thing that could happen to a human being, it has also been one of the greatest blessings that I could never deny. Radical inquiry, a pathway to deep healing and awakening. Radical inquiry is both a science and an art, integrating modern psychology, mind-body wisdom and spiritual philosophy. It is designed to uncover the root source of emotional patterns, beliefs and limitations, dissolve habitual ego-mind conditioning, revealing deeper states of awareness, activate awakened consciousness, shifting individuals into the essence of being. So the process of radical inquiry, through self-reflection, guided questioning and deep presence, radical inquiry allows individuals to explore the subconscious mind, identifying hidden fears and attachments, releases emotional blockages, fostering healing and transformation, and awakens to the truth beyond the mind, stepping into pure presence and soul mastery. So radical inquiry it's a spiritual psychotherapy. Radical inquiry is essential for spiritual growth, healing and integration, supporting trauma recovery and emotional balance and soul alignment. Self-realization, by questioning conditioned narratives, individuals awaken to their true nature. The pathway to enlightenment, it is a core practice within the pathway of soul mastery, guiding seekers towards Christ consciousness and collective awakening. Pillar number 4, holistic well-being, healing health. We have here Reiki, body work, energy work, massage, yoga, sound healing. Again, these are all imperative pillars of your pathway of awakening. It's not just about doing Reiki, it's about doing the self-inquiry, it's about the ancient wisdom teachings, it's about the meditation. So this is actually showing you that, and it's exciting because we've got so much we can do here. While on this earth plane, we can not just wake up, but we can also taste all of the other vibrational frequencies that is offered all around us. So the healing, the Reiki, massage, yoga, sound healing, our nutrition, essential oils, all of those things that you are all here for you to explore. Pillar 5, community and events. So, community, to join in the community of fellow seekers who resonate with your values, visions, and expressing your devotion by engaging in retreats and workshops. You'll probably find that as you are awakening, a lot of your friends or family will start falling away, and you will start, maybe even feeling a bit lonely because you're conforming who you were conforming to in your the first part of your relative reality then, and the paradigm that you were living from before awakening doesn't seem to fit anymore. So there's not a vibrational match. So as your vibration is lifting, then the things that are no longer of your vibrational frequency will also fall away. And then we start looking or yearning for our community. So community is super important to be able to continue for your growth. So if you're feeling lonely and you're looking for a community, reach out, find something that's close to you, And also we have that opportunity at Inana. So even though my practice is called the Inana System, my retreat centre is also called Inana as well. And it's all about this. It's all about the community and all the practices and all the modalities that you can have. So Pillar 5 is drum circles, kirtan, chanting, sound healing circles, all of those things for nurturing your heart and your soul. Shanti Christo, again, that's what we actually was playing in the background with your meditation. If you'd like to hear some more about that, we have an international, as I said, my colleague that comes to Australia, and we go into the depths of the practice of Shanti Christo, what it means, and also the ancient Aramaic teachings, as well as codes and activations for Christ consciousness upon this planet today. Pillar 6, living from gratitude, joy, legacy and service. Once you've got all these things together, now get up and get out there and be a part of this with all of us. Get yourself a stall, find what it is that your soul loves, your soul's purpose. Your soul's purpose is what it is that you would love for humanity. So if you want peace and harmony for humanity, if you want love and awakening for humanity, then it's about your own peace, your own love, your own awakening, and then you can trust that the universe will have your back. Your vibrational match will then match with the universe and the divine, and then you'll be able to be here sharing with everybody else. So I hope to see you all on the stage one day, and that you are also here to be able to give whatever your soul's purpose is, your own unique, beautiful soul's purpose, in service. Service is the top. It'd be Pillar 7, this Pillar 6. Gratitude, celebration, paying it forward, service. Because only love is real. Love what arises within you, love what arises around you, love what arises always within the field of your awareness. So again, silence, as we did in our meditation, silence is a non-stop I love you. Service to evolution. I love you. I love you. Thank you for all being here. And I have a retreat at Cooranbong, which is about 2 hours from here north, between the Central Coast and Newcastle. My stall is F11. Come and say hello, and I can share more information with you. And here it is, everything that we have to offer. So, yeah, thank you, everybody. If you'd like to ask any questions, probably best to come to the stall, F11, and I can help you with. Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much, Shantari. Really enjoyable. You were a great reminder to us all to stay on our life path.
Indeed, yeah.
You know, we don't know where these things are going to take us. The wonderful benefits of looking at you now that have come from the pains and the experiences. So, you know, you are living, breathing embodiment that can inspire all of us. Yeah. So what was your stall number again?
F11.
F11, and you're here all day.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh. Thank you once more for the magnificent Shantari.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thanks, everybody.